What is happening right now? Anyway, I played this game, Orcs Must Die. Orcs Must Die is a tower defense game that my friend begged me to play on bended knee until I spent $20 to shell out to actually play this thing. Then he proceeded to walk around the castle like a lost puppy until we finally got into a game. Before that though, I'm gonna have to select one of these characters, and I am not gonna be a cat. I am securely a dog person. So I think the only person I can really turn towards is the man with the tool. You see, Mac here is from an ancient nomadic race that are super knowledgeable about the rifts. The rifts are the thing we're supposed to protect, so that seems pretty important. This bear here is Kel Van Coy, and he's the one who asked me to play this game. The thing we're walking around in is the hub world before we get into the actual map. It took a while for him to get everything set up, so I'm gonna spare you guys that. Let's get into the actual match. And here we are at the top of the screen. This is the amount of minions we can let in before, well, we lose the whole match. Bottom right are my skills. R2 for your auto attack, L2 for a secondary attack, L1 for whatever your third special ability is, and R1 is your ultimate. At the start of the match, you get 10 barricades that you can use to affect the flow of minions to your rift. You're going to want to do that because you get a limited amount of traps to place down, as you can see with the 16,000 at the bottom left hand corner of the screen. You may be noticing the blue ghosts on the screen. Those are the minions' path to your rift, so those are the ways you want to close off. I'm placing down my traps a little bit behind where Kel is putting down his traps, so watch your step. I'm not making no excuses, but this is my first game, so I don't know a lot about these traps. For experimentation, I placed these traps on the wall. Spare you us setting up the rest of these traps. Let's get into the action part of the round where the minions start trying to come after our rift. Finally, where I thrive. Just me, my tool, my friend, and a bunch of orcs trying to take out our rift. And only one way they can come. Now every trap at the beginning here is Kel's, and you can see right out the gate they get ejected right off the map. You can see his decision to put molten traps right after the spring trap so he can slowly tick away at the orcs HP, finally culminating in spikes to impale the orcs into submission. Allow me to explain my grenade that stops orcs in their place, making them float in the air hopelessly. You see, being a ranged character, this allows me to attack the orcs from a safe distance, while my friend, being a huge giant bear, he can attack from up close safely. The more observant viewer may have noticed that my friend actually has a mana bar. This is unique towards his character compared to mine. I do not have one because I have a wrench. And through the power of my wrench, we decimated this round. Let's fast forward to the next one. And it looks like at the end of this round, I get to choose a thread, which is a card that powers up some part of my character. Now, after last round, when my traps did absolutely nothing, I decided I needed my traps to be a little bit closer. And since I just used the thread extra pointy, I decided to put spikes in a diagonal angle. And thanks to extra pointy, my spiky traps do 50% more damage. Let's see if it will matter. It looks like we have everything set up. Okay, in my defense, this was my first time using that dash ability. Since I died mid-round, we lost about 5 points off the rift. Now, we didn't know this at the time, so we were wondering, when did 5 minions just walk right past us? We totally annihilated this round, no problems. So let's get to the next one. I seen Kel's put some ceiling traps up while I wasn't looking, so I had to put some up of my own, even choosing a thread that even matches my new strategy. As I put ceiling traps up, sometimes you gotta set boundaries of your friends, and sometimes they're not gonna like what you have to say, but you're gonna have to put your foot down. I want you guys to watch my money here, and you can see I'm not doing anything on the screen. I'm watching him take my traps that I put my blood, sweat, and tears into, and he is over here removing them. Let's just say I wasn't gonna have that. And that's when I told him, if you remove one more of my traps, I don't care how much Orcs Must Die you played, you won't live to see a fourth. Telling me to rotate my trap to get more mileage out of it. Maybe you should have told me that before before you started removing my traps, because now, sir, I'm going straight to HR. Yes, you the viewer are the instrument of my revenge. I am now telling everybody on this internet far and wide that you, Kelvin Gore, are a trap seller. Ladies and gentlemen, when you ask your friend to play a game, I want you to listen to me closely. If they're out here acting like a noob, it's because they are. And they would like your assistance in not becoming said noob. But what they don't want is for them to be dead weight. And HR, I'm upset. So I used my limited game knowledge to do the most useless thing you can do. Instead of selling his traps and make sure we lose the round, I'm gonna do something that minorly inconvenienced him. I put a bunch of flippy traps in the middle of the map. Now, this didn't do anything directly, but it did drive home the point that I was done taking any lip from him. He could have played Orcs 1, 2, or 3, and 4 ad nauseum. I wasn't gonna take no more lip. You see, I am a man, and not only that, I am a professional. So even under these immensely distressing work conditions, I shall persevere. So after a generally uneventful game, we have come into the final round. No Kel to get off the front line, no one needs a bear up there anyway. And I decided to take things into my own hands. Max hands. My accuracy, a major league pro player. My precision, Conor McGregor in his prime. You can never see a man as focused as I am to prove his friend wrong once and for all, that I am just better than him with 1 day experience or 1,000 days. As my HP got low, the unthinkable happened. I had to partake of this big dumb bear's tree of life, and it made me mortified. I couldn't believe it. I, the great Mac, defeated. And there will be no return of the Mac this time. Bitterly, I get the trophy for a Mac victory and we win the match. But I have to say, I've lost the war. Kels, if you're watching this, I want my $20 back.